Now we can also adjust the properties and edit the shapes. So this shape, let's pick this circle here, whether I pick the direct select or I choose the selection tool. You can also just window select. So if you want more than one object selected, you left click in an upper left corner and you drag a cursor to the lower right, and you'll see it'll select everything that rectangle touched. All right, so here, if I cross this and I cross those, everything I touch that is inside the box, it actually selects. And here's where you can change some of the appearances of multiple objects. Okay, if you left click once, it deselects. So let's take a look at this circle. And if we go over to the properties, you can see that there's no fill. If I select on that, I can click on a color. So let's make it a blue circle, and now it becomes a blue fill with a black outline. If I want to change the outline, that's the stroke. So I can click on that and I can change the color of that. So let's make that red. And then we can also change the actual stroke thickness. So if I do this, you can see now it's thicker, right? And if I hold my Alt key and I roll my wheel, I can zoom in. Okay. You can also control the opacity. So over here, it's 100%. If I do this, you can see it's shaded or faded. Now, if I move it over here, you can see that I can see the other object behind it. So if I increase the opacity, now I don't see that shape behind that one. Okay, so that's the opacity. You can do that with all the other objects, even a line. You can see that the line has a white fill, but if I make it a black fill, you can see it fills in that shape there, right? Because that shape is basically a closed object. Same thing like this one, this path here. If I fill that one, it's white right now. So if I do no fill and we move this, you'll see that, let's zoom in. If we change it back to the white fill that it was there, okay, and we select it and we can arrange it, which means we can bring it to the front. So now you can see that though it's white, it's filled in. If I turn off the fill, now it's no longer filled in and I can see the object as just the path. I can also make the stroke of this larger, right? So now I have a empty box or an empty shape, but I can also fill that in. So if we fill that in with some color, I can drag this guy over here. I can still edit these, right? So I can still change the shape of the object. And then there's some other tools. You can recolor it. So what the recolor does, lets you choose a different color. So if I want to make it that color, if I want to go over here to the orange, the green, I can use this color tool. So I can change the color and the shape. So that's editing some of the properties that you may want to use when you get into creating the shapes.